As long as the championship contenders are down the order, they'll be happy. Let's go through the grid in full then for this first race of X30 Senior of the day. Qualifying heat for groups B versus C. Nathan Aria and Yukapo, along with Andrea Galimberti and Paco Miguel Sarmiento, enjoying a great weekend from the Philippines. Wadapong Yamchan and Christina Stasi, the Australian, along with the fabulous female Vernie Slau from Macau and Zadia Raikal, the Malaysian, former junior champion. Riley Harrison and Kai Burke, championship contender P10. Then it's the Cobra Kian Shah, alongside Travis Teoh, the Malaysian. Then it is Zhang Jinyu along with Chen Boru, then Dylan Lowe and Enzo Gabriel Taipei, hoping that he's going to have a much better race than he did yesterday. Jung Ho Sam and Xi Jintong, that is Jerry G, of course. Aiden Forbes alongside Chacha Kiong, and then rounding out the field we have got Miguel Quinones and Yang Chen.
好那么以上是我们的所有的一个选手的排名位置。当然这个 Nathan Aria 也是排在了第一，那么于家宝排在第二。于家宝也是这一个组别当中大热门的一个存在。当然还有这个排在后面的 Paco， 还有这个 Rapong。 紧接着，当然还有 Christine Stasi 这一位澳洲选手，在昨天的这个表现也是相当令人亮眼非常精彩的一个表现。所以其实目前排在前6位，甚至乎说前8位的选手都是非常有实力的这一个综合的存在。所以其实这个排名的变化呢，我相信也是会非常变换的厉害。
So we've got ourselves an interesting battle up to the starting point. Nathan Aria along with Yukapo, two men who know exactly how tough it's going to be. I'm still so impressed with Nathan Aria so far this season. The Indonesian getting straight into Senior X30 mid-season because he started in February as a junior, experienced that growth spurt, and then they made a decision. Do we stay in junior or do we cut our losses and go with senior with nothing to lose? And they found he's a pole position worthy driver in the Rehoboth JMX Phantom Kart. But the reigning champion Yukapo, who's trying to get himself back up the points order, will certainly want to take some points out of the table lead of Toby Gale, Andrea Galimberti and Paco Miguel Sarmiento. Second row of the grid from Yamchan, Estasi, Lau, Raikal, Harrison, Burke, Shah, Teoh, Zhang and Chen. They come off the turn and we're racing as we charge to the first corner. Andrea Galimberti and his teammate Wadapong Yamchan have already made a big impression on this one as they charge past Yukapo, who's had a terrible start on the outside line. The inside gets the big jump, and that's enough for Vernie Slau to run as high as P4. They come out of the hairpin. She's really going to struggle to hold on to that. There's the Birolard on the inside line as the Cobra Kian Shah comes through to the inside line, and it's a double whammy as top one take the lead and second. Galimberti leads Yamchan. What a start for the top one boys.
哇，这个竞争非常猛烈。现在于家宝掉到了第3的位置，第1位是 Galimberti， 现在已经抢到了第1在2个弯的时间来到了第1的位置。紧着于家宝现在是掉到了第3。来，我们看前面梯队的这一个也是非常猛烈的进攻每一个弯道来这里。 这个进弯的速度也是相当的快由于现在这一个是竞争白热化的 Senior 组别。
Yesterday was tough. Today could be even tougher still, as we are going to find ourselves with a lot of very hungry racing drivers out there. Wadapong Yamchan has never run as high as second position before in a qualifying heat. This is a chance for him to take his first win. He's been at this for quite some time now. He's been one of the consistent drivers in Senior X30. Andrea Galimberti, of course, has been a champion, never mind a heat winner, as he won the junior title last year, and he's not that far away from getting his first Senior X30 win. He and his coach, Andrea Tedisco, know that there's a big opportunity for him to continue his trajectory over the course of this weekend. He is a flamboyant superstar based out of Chengdu, but originally from Karting Central, Desenzano del Garda in Italy. So definitely a strong charge. Yukapo up the inside in the final turn. That's a fantastic charge back from the man from Hong Kong. And here comes Zadia Raikal. That is a big charge forward from Raikal. He can't quite make it through on the inside though. And so Cobra Kian is able to hold the position for the time being. And watch out, Zadiev. You've got pressure coming up from Riley Harrison on the LOR Racing Kart Republic. This could be an interesting one as they charge up to him. This could be a big challenge through. And Riley Harrison getting up to speed as well, diving up the inside line then as 212 Kian Shah watches over his shoulder as this battle between Riley Harrison and Zadia Raikal is getting fever pitch.
好，那么现在前面排在第1、第2名的，同样都是来自于同车队的 Tower Motorsport 的2位选手Galimberti 还有第2位的 Rapong。那么紧接着现在看到 Christine Estasi 现在在第3位，哇，这3名选手都上升了好几个名次反而于家宝掉到了第6之后，现在再重新回到了第5的位置不断的还要去往前面去追赶，希望回到了这一个前3的位置当中。
Well, we seem to have a bit of an issue with one of the transponders in the top 5. I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. It's certainly a little bit of a data droppage for whoever is in 4th position. I've got a feeling that's going to be Nathan Aria. So problems there. Well, Nathan Aria is showing up as down in 23rd and last, which is not correct. So there's definitely been a glitch of some kind there. Meanwhile, Zadia Raikal is now trying to get his way through on the inside of Kian Shah. Lovely job. He passes the Cobra in fantastic fashion. And so Zadia Raikal climbs another place. That's going to put him up into P6 now, I think. He's already dealt with... he hasn't dealt with Riley Harrison. Harrison's disappeared up front and pulled a bit of a gap. So I wonder if Kian Shah has got issues with his tyres here. The Biralat is just plummeting backwards down the pack. And his next opposition is going to be Zhang Jinyu for the Seven Rings Racing team. Next up after him is going to be the former Senior X30 champion, Travis Teoh, as he gets his chance to work his way back up the order. But currently, it's Galimberti from Yamchan and Christian Astasi. The Rush Performance drivers made another fantastic launch forward and got himself up into P3 for the time being. Then I think it's Nathan Aria. We'll double check that, but I'm fairly sure it is Nathan Aria there in 4th position. Then we know for a fact it's Teoh Kart.277 in front of Riley Harrison, then Raikal, Shah, Zhang, Teoh, Sarmiento, and Kai Burke, 12th position. Not where he wanted to be when he is second to Toby Gale in the championship fight. 27 points back. Good move on the inside from Raikal. Great to see him back in Senior X30 once again. Oh, sorry, no, that's Teoh. Travis Teoh gets his run there on the inside of Zhang Jinyu.
好，那么现在看到的其实是5、6、7、8、9名的几位选手的这一个梯队当中呢，这个白热化的争夺。但是其实现在第1、第2、第3名，第1位的这个 Galimberti 对第2位的选手只有0.256秒的距离，所以其实前面3位选手的这一个距离也是非常的贴近。但是排名目前来看呢，还没有发生太大的变化。刚刚的一个最佳单圈呢，由这个 Nathan Aria，也就是本来是发车在第1位的这一位 Nathan，现在做出了最佳的一个成绩。48秒016.
So Andrea Galimberti leading the way from Wheeler Sakamchan and Nathan Aria, and then it is Christian Astasi who's in 4th position in front of Yukapo, Riley Harrison, Zadia Raikal and Kian Shah, and then we have Travis Teoh trying to extend the gap from Zhang Jinyu. Yukapo is just at the fastest lap of the race, by the way, at 47.7. That's much quicker than they were able to run in the races yesterday evening. So it just shows you how much quicker the karts can go when it's earlier in the day, when the circuit hasn't really heated up to its maximum. We're not quite at the full 31 degrees Celsius air temperature yet. We're not far from it, though. So as they charge their way through, half distance, 6 laps done, 6 to go. Galimberti, Yamchan, Aria, Astasi, Yu, Harrison, Raikal and Kian Shah.
是的，那么由昨天的这个杆位获得者200号于家宝刚刚又再一次刷新了最佳成绩，做到47秒704。但问题是，他现在从这个排位的起步的第2名掉到了目前场上的第6的位置啊，还要拼命的去追赶这个自己的位置。由于这个前面第1、第2圈呢就被拉开了好几个位置其实后面这个赛程还是追得相当辛苦的，虽然他有这个硬实力。
Well, this is a Kart Republic rout at the moment, isn't it? The top 5 karts, all Kart Republics, I believe. As Galimberti runs in front of Yamchan, then Aria, then Yukapo, who's managed to make his way past Christian Astasi. You've got to look back to Zadia Raikal on the power in P5, and up the inside, that's Nathan Aria. He gets his run on putter, so Wadapong Yamchan, or putter as he is known, drops back in a 3rd position. That gives Galimberti a little bit of breathing space as he comes up to the hairpin. There is Andrea Galimberti. He's got a bit of a gap over Nathan Aria, but the confidence has come back for Nathan Aria. The Indonesian now has a chance to go after the Italian, and there comes the Rush Performance kart of Christian Astasi. Once again back on the hunt of Yukapo. This is the beautiful thing about X30. You can make an overtaking move, you try and pull away, but it's not going to happen. Here comes Astasi again to close up on the reigning champion, Yukapo, on the 200. But he's not quite able to make the overtaking move on this occasion. So Christian Astasi runs in behind Yukapo once again. Will he make the lunge into turn 4? No, he does not. He's smarter than that. He knows that there's still a bit of time to gain before they can challenge for the Galimberti Aria Yamchan freight train up front.
是的，没错。现在看到前面3位选手形成一个大梯队的情况底下呢，在后面的这个于家宝也在想拼命的进攻包括在大直线上低下头想要减低风阻，可以很明显看到这个追赶的决心。但是他不可忽略的是他后面的228号的 Christian Astasi，你想进攻，我也想超你的车，所以一直盯在于家宝身后去找位置、找机会。哇，这一个相当猛烈要前面要进攻，后面要抵挡住攻势。
So Andrea Galimberti is the main top 5 contender in the INFINITY IAME Series Asia Championship, who can really benefit from this kind of performance on the inside line. Big dive and a big move as the 2 contenders for Biralat and Paralin in this squabble. Sarmiento and Kai Burke are dueling away for position, and this is not where Kai Burke wanted to be in Macau at all. P12, the man who is second in the championship standings, but that's nothing compared to the misery of Dylan Tan, who has had a miserable weekend so far as well. Hopefully he'll have a better run in qualifying heat A versus D, which is coming up straight after this one. So it's very much been a tough race weekend already in Senior X30. The championship contenders still keeping us on a knife edge as to how difficult things are going to get. Out of the final turn, 2 to go. Galimberti leads Aria, Yamchan, Estasi, Yu, Raikal, Harrison, Shah, Teoh, and then Sarmiento and Burke closing up on the former champion Travis Teoh. Teoh suddenly realizes he's there, and here comes Kai Burke on the inside line, and there's Venice Lau getting through. So Kai Burke gets ahead of Paco Miguel Sarmiento, and so does Venice Lau. Great run from the Macanese lady as she pushes herself forward to the position. Now she's going to go for Kai Burke. Vernice Lau gets to the front of the queue, then runs out wide. Oh, Vernice Lau, she got on the pickup by the look of it. She puts her hands off the wheel. I think she feels like she was pushed. So a big issue there for Vernice Lau, and it goes terribly wrong as Burke and Sarmiento scamper away and leaving her in the dust.
对，刚刚是这个来自于中国澳门的选手刘思鸾啊，刘思鸾啊，这个应该是被挤到了这个草地上的位置。那么现在画面重新回到来，给到243号，还是这个 Galimberti 在领先榜首的位置，后面还是275号的 Nacionaria， 然后紧接着244号的这个 Warapong。那么我们看到现在于家宝又往后掉到了应该是在第5的位置啊，他应该是被这个 Christine Stasi 已经是超过了这个车身。
Estasi versus you are battling for 4th place, but Nathan Aria's got one final crack at the whip to try and get ahead of Galimberti, who positions the Kart Republic in the middle of the road for the top 1 team. Aria trying to get down on the inside line radius. Wanapong Yamchan's going to be to his right-hand side. He's going to swamp in and take 2nd place away. It'll be top 1, 1 and 2 as Andrea Galimberti steals the win in fantastic fashion from Wanapong Yamchan and Nathan Aria from Estasi, Yu, Raikal, Harrison, Shah and Travis Teoh in the top 10, Sarmiento and Kai Burke outside the top 10 ahead of Vernice Lau, Zhang and Chen. What a battle and what a rout for the top 1 boys. Andrea Galimberti, the Italian stallion, large and in charge.
好，那么这些车手相继冲过终点之后呢，大家也可以看到我们的排名位置在最后一圈呢，244号的这个 Warapong 顺利的超过了这个 Nacionaria， 那么来到了这个第2的亚军位置。 哇，这非常精彩！通常都是在最后一个弯，大家才会去发动进攻哦，拿捏的非常精准这个时机。那么，同时于家宝现在目前排在场上呢，应该是在第6的一个位置啊。紧接着这个还有泰国选手 Safi， 还有这个这个澳洲的选手 Willie。那么以上呢，这个就是我们本次这个 Senior 组别的第1个 Senior 组别的这个最终的预赛成绩。 画面可以看得到，最终大家看到的这个分数、时间。那么也麻烦我们的英文解说 Jake 去跟我们的 Galimberti 采访一下，看一下在本轮拿到了这个榜首位置。